All right, so Marvel just brought back my boy Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man, who was previously cast as Iron Man, to basically be the next big villain for their upcoming movies, which essentially means they brought back Robert Downey Jr. to replace Jonathan Majors' character. So Kang is out, Doctor Doom is in. My question is,
And Dr. Doom is the villain.
Dr. Doom is going to be the villain that's now going to be played by Robert Downey Jr.
He never was a good. I'm stupid. Never mind. My bad.
Dr. Doom got some, not good guy, but he do his
I think I'm thinking the Green Goblin because they both green with the hood.
Oh, yeah. Different dude.
Yeah.
But controversy, little slight controversy. Is this an example of white privilege? Robert Downey Jr. has had his long history of issues with the law. Some D-Rug convictions, a lot of things going on with him, but they hired him and gave him a chance to begin with. I mean, he's been cool ever since, but he got his history. And they got rid of Jonathan Majors because I hate when everybody keeps saying he was found guilty of assault. That's not really what he was found guilty of. What he's really found guilty of was forcefully, basically defending himself, basically what he was found guilty of. She trying to attack him. They thought he was too forceful when he was getting her off of him. That's what he got convicted of. But they ended up letting him go. And now people are saying, is this racism? Is this white privilege? And on top of that, another question I got, is this another example of a black man needs to be perfect while the white man can get second chances and get the benefit of the doubt?
Well, I mean, I don't want to. You know what? It's not that I don't want to sound like this because I don't mind sounding like this or being this guy, but I don't want to argue about it or be in the comments because if it's just, I'm not even saying that. I just don't want to argue about it. Whatever. But a short answer, yes. It's an example of all of that because that's what it always is, and for the foreseeable future will always be. Not saying that we can't progress and we can't, come out of that, but that is the lifestyle that we've been accustomed to and that we've had as black people is that, yeah, we know we're going to have to work a little bit harder. We're going to have to prove it a little bit more than the counterpart is because they get more of the benefit from the doubt. So, and that's just how the world works, and you have to know how to move along that accordingly. That's a double standard upon life that's way more harsher than the regular BS. I am getting way better at not cursing than the regular BS stuff of the man and woman double standard that we argue about. It's also a double standard in life when it comes to black people and white people, and I can't even tell you about what an Indian person versus a black person or a Mexican person versus a Dominican, person from the DR, a Puerto Rican person from, a person from Jamaica, whatever the differences is, everybody got their own thing to deal with, but that is unfortunately the world. So yes, it is another example of that. Jonathan Majors gets accused of that the same way Tory Lanez. Shout out to him. He just dropped a project, the Prison or at least not a project, 2 tracks that's actually pretty fire. But the same way that he's gonna get, more. Oh, my bad. That was the point. I'm sorry, y'all. The same way Jonathan Majors gonna get the assault claims, even though that's not what he was really, found. The same way that all people are gonna say about Tory is that he did that to Meg when that's not what he was found guilty of. He was actually found guilty of just having a piece because he shouldn't have had one. Pause. But so he never is not saying that he did that, but who's gonna tell?
I'm glad you brought up the Tory Lanez though, because
so
what that does is create another
double
example
standards
of
everywhere.
Also once the narrative is painted on a black man in most cases, they just don't get the benefit of the doubt. Because when you hear guilty, you think they're guilty of what they was accused of. When they might not even be guilty of those things. They might have been guilty of lesser things, but that's not what they're going to say. Like when Jonathan Majors, they didn't put guilty of harassment. They put guilty. That's it. So that makes you think he physically harmed her. That's not what he was guilty of.
Because then they would have to give him Hulk Hogan money on some Gawker stuff if you put the wrong stuff. You can't put by of assault, but if you don't put, you can omit. You can't add to if it's a lie.
You can just put guilty.
But you can omit, and that's messed up. But, oh, man, there was somebody else I was finna bring up. And Jonathan Majors don't look like Will Smith. That's 1. And 2, he didn't build up the equity that a Will Smith built up. Also, Will Smith did assault another black man. But so with all that being said, yeah, because Will Smith did do that and he got forgiven after a while, and you would think that maybe after a while Jonathan Majors would be forgiven, but Marvel's just not gonna wait for him. So while you build yourself back up and reprove yourself, because it is going to take some time, maybe he's in that transition. I'll give them some benefit of the doubt, very slightly, but maybe
they can't bring him back.
Well, no, not to Marvel. I'm not saying Marvel. I'm saying his progression as an actor and him coming back into the spotlight and all of that. Maybe he does have a chance at that. He got a movie coming out. If we support it, rock with it, maybe he'll get some Tyler Perry work. If all of that fails, who knows? But
that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, think about that as the double standards. Robert Downey Jr., he mess up. He eventually gets back to Disney. You know what I'm saying? And Jonathan Majors, he mess up. Your goal is to be in a Tyler Perry movie, bro. These Tyler Perry movies is trash, bro. Yeah. I don't care how good you is as an actor, bro. You can't make that. They gonna have Jonathan Major in a crazy wig, bro. And all we gonna do is joke about how crazy he look in the wig. He need to be back where he was at, bro. And I hate that for not even just black men, even women, certain women who make mistakes and they can't, you know what I'm saying, get over that hump too. It's happening in a lot of different aspects of life. But I don't like that, bro. I feel like if I work hard, I should be able to get back to where I was. I made a mistake. I should be able to get back there. I shouldn't have to settle now to have to sit over here on Tubi. I don't want to see Jonathan Major on Tubi, bro.
And honestly, on some, just the way, I ain't going to even speak for all, but the way I view it, not even really a mistake. He didn't do nothing. He tried his best to avoid the situation and to protect himself. Y'all saying he was maybe a little bit. He was maybe a little bit too rough because of her stature.
No, he made a mistake.
Yeah, they said. I know. I get it.
Made a mistake.
I get it. But
hey, look. But I ain't even finna say the mistake you thinking I'm saying. You just signed with Marvel. Your movie career is on the up and up. The last thing you should have been doing right then, bro, was trying to find love. I'm out here running down everything. Ain't nobody my woman. Ain't nobody finna think they my woman. Are you crazy? I don't even want to have to lie to you that I'm not finna go over here and mess with making good. I'm not finna lie to you. I'm knocking down everything. Women don't understand, bro.
I like that angle way more.
I'm knocking down everything.
I like that angle way more than what I was going with. Because what I was going to say is that you knew who she was before you got there.
I know who I am.
You happened to hit a status and you couldn't really shake her because she was there before or whatever. But that is a way more poignant point. I'm with that one.
Right now, give me 10 million. Nice women, I might be like, look, I'm still not finna be with you at all. I gotta go out here and I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna take care of you though. You gonna still be around. I'm not.
You and yours finna be good.
You good.
Because you held me down at a time when I needed it most.
I'm going to get Carrie Hilson. You crazy? I'm finna go get Carrie Hilson, bro.
And you got to understand that. You held me down at a time when I needed it most. I wouldn't have made it to this status if it wasn't for you holding me down.
Shout out to the live chat. Me and Craig both gonna do separate channels, bro. My channel's gonna be, I'm gonna call it like Quisisms or something, bro. I'm gonna be giving y'all the Quis as like my thoughts on life, bro, so I can really be getting into my Quis bag, bro.
What up, Chef, man? In the building, finally. What up, man? It's been a minute. Oh yeah, so yeah, that's how I'm.
Keep my Doom's name out your mouth.
That's how I'm feeling about. That's how I'm feeling about that, man. It's, double standards are what they are, and we just gotta live through them. And I don't want to say so much deal with them, because some of them, if you could change it, hey, by all means, find the power in yourself to change it. For the most part, though, they've been existing for years, and that's how they're gonna be. I tend to find the perks in mine, because if you believe that it ain't some double standards that work in my advantage, then it definitely is. That's for another discussion, though.